This is the podcast.
Of stuff. Big one.
Yeah, they just dropped Civil War trailer like minutes before we did this.
And we're doing it. This I was planning on talking about the two teasers they released.
Yeah.
Before this one,
Which I hadn't seen either.
No, well, yeah. I had,
Yeah.
but I have time on my hands. But yeah, I was gonna mention the two teasers where we had the faces of each member via Cap.
Yeah.
Cap had one, and then Iron Man had one. Obviously, they were missing one.
Yeah. But not in the trailer, my friend.
Not in the trailer. Up top.
Yeah.
I loved it.
You said, didn't you, a few weeks ago, in your best J. Jonah Jameson, where's my pictures of Spider-Man?
Yeah. Where's my pictures of Spider-Man?
You got better than a picture of Spider-Man now.
Oh, yeah. What up, guys? He sounds like Tobey Maguire.
So he takes
Cap's
Cap's
shield
off
and
him
he
with a
takes
web.
it. Yeah, and it's cool.
It's
you know.
amazing.
And the suit looks like old Spider-Man suits because they really stylized it from the millennium onwards.
Looks very wholesome.
It does, and it's got the Fat Spider on it, the Fat Spider from like the old cartoon series and the old comics from the 70s and 80s. So I'm really happy about that. What I'd love to see on screen, which you've probably never done with Spider-Man, is how the mutation is changing, and you know he gets the extra arms.
Yeah.
The Civil War trailer is spectacular.
I'll get to it in a bit because I know we're trying to introduce a thing now because I've basically subscribed to Marvel Unlimited.
And so we thought we'd start with what's Gaz reading section.
Yeah, so I this week read.
Oh, we ain't at that yet.
Yeah.
Don't jump ahead.
Okay.
We'll talk about.
I'm excited. But
I know. We'll talk about this trailer, and
Yes.
then you go. I've got an anecdote for that later on.
Yes.
Let's just put your finger up. They can't see it yet.
Yes.
Until I get cameras involved. You know. But nevertheless, this trailer is awesome. It's got all the bits. But also it flows a lot more. This trailer does from the beginning to end. It's like they're building it up. They've got the prison.
Yeah.
Didn't expect them to bring the prison. I know it's Civil War and the prison should be in it, but because the X-Men and all them ain't in this Civil War, the Fantastic Four ain't in this Civil War and all that because that's owned by 20th Century.
Yeah.
I was thinking, we're not going to get the prison or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we got a prison.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a lot of differences. I mean, from what I've been reading, I mean, if you look at the trailer, we know that the cast of characters is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read all 98 connected Civil War.
And I once you've done that, I will buy you a banana because you know you'll need it. And also, a banana is a good prize for someone who does something well.
Yeah, and then I'll be able to give a more full, thing of it. But yeah, although the characters are different, I mean, have you got a particular favourite part of this yet, or have you not had a chance to take that?
I think it's everyone's favourite part.
Spidey?
Yeah, Spider-Man at the end. We finally got to see Marvel Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson is not going to go, where's my picture of Spider-Man?
No, which you did call quite a while ago.
Yeah.
On this podcast. So
I said he's going to show up right at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to take Cap's shield, which I thought was cool.
That was so cool.
You
with
saw
the
it
web
come
as well.
down with the web, took the shield, and then you just see him jump over. He lands down on the top of the truck or something.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool. I did call it ages ago that Iron Man does give Spider-Man an iron suit. Mm-hmm. So I won't mind seeing something like that in this.
Yeah.
Because I got a feeling that first encounter when they're at the airport ain't their first encounter.
No, it doesn't seem that way.
No,
Tony's going to have to have met him and enlisted him. Surely they're not just going to have him.
No,
jump in.
I mean the first encounter between the two teams.
Oh, the two teams, right? Okay.
I think that's going to be a massive. This is going to be like where they're, tickling each other's balls, see where they can go.
I mean, I said I read 7. I think it was 7 Civil War books, which is Cap's thread basically.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Captain America wear. Spoilers, if anyone hasn't read this, there will be spoilers from the comic here. Okay, so this isn't how the film necessarily will go.
No, this ain't film spoilers, but I did say we will get to the
Yeah.
comics later. I really want you to stew on that guy until you're boiling.
But there's one thing about Spider-Man
Go on
just to
then.
mention is in the comics, he is enlisted by
Tony.
okay?
Yeah.
And the big thing is he reveals his identity to the press.
Yes, he does. And then everyone's like, but he's just a kid.
Is that something that's needed in this film?
Not yet, no.
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 It would seem strange, wouldn't it?
It would, especially when we're just getting a new Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
New film is going to be coming out next 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have him, dethroning himself already.
Some parts have stuck out to me.
And then the last bit of movie news really is Daisy Ridley is apparently one of the top choices for Lara Croft.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley, who is Rey in Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. I don't want to see that.
No?
No. Do you know why?
Yeah, go ahead. While I drink some more.
She can play it well, and she can do it well. It's just I don't want to go into another. I don't want her going into a shit film.
Right. I know what you mean. I want it to be Rey for a bit.
Yeah. I can't see Lara Croft doing any well at all. As Uncharted, I can see doing well, but the problem is they need the guy who plays Nathan Drake as the voice actor.
What's his name?
He's great.
I should know because someone I know played all the Uncharted games.
Oh
We
yeah,
should talk about
and
him.
he
I
also
can't remember his name.
looks a lot like him and all.
Yeah. I
You
know what
know.
you're saying, yeah, absolutely. If it wasn't him, I know it tangent in here. If it wasn't him, who could do that? Who's out there now?
Who could do it?
Chris Pratt.
No, I don't want to put Pratt Man in anything
No, but he
now.
would be, Hollywood. You would assume that's their first port of call.
Yeah,
That's who they would look at, isn't it? He's that type of guy.
Nolan North,
Nolan North. There you go.
and he looks like him and all.
There you go.
That's it. What? See,
Yeah.
he actually looks like him, but Nolan North is he's 46 this year.
Yeah. There's a scene where all those bugs are running around on the floor.
Oh, that's creepy as
that
hell.
makes your skin crawl.
Yeah,
That's fantastic to look at.
And also the plane bit later on in that game.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that plane. I love that game.
Yeah.
I love all three of the games.
It looked great. I mean, it's never my type of thing to play in terms of just, the whole going through the jungle and that kind of stuff. But, wherever he is set.
Tell me if this makes sense then. I went to game,
Yeah.
the shop that sells computer games,
Yes.
to pick up The Division.
Okay.
And I was looking at it, I saw it there. The Nathan Drake collection for the PlayStation 4. 60 quid. I almost had a little heart attack there. I was like, what the? 60 quid for that? When everywhere else is selling for 25 to 30 quid.
Right.
Brand new. And they were selling it for 60. So I nearly had a coronary.
Yeah.
So I...
Sean Connery. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
in red pants. So I went to the cashier to purchase my game.
Yeah.
And you'll get the irony in a minute. And I asked him, why is it 60 quid? I don't want to spend 60 quid on a game, but I didn't. And he's like, well, that's what we don't make up the prices, buddy. I was like, nice, I want your hat. He had a Division hat, and we bartered for about 20 minutes. I didn't walk out with a hat, but I got some patches and stuff off him and stickers.
Have you got the game?
I got a game as well.
There you go.
But I spent 60 quid on the game. When I went in and I started complaining about 60 quid for a game.
Yeah.
But I still spent 60 quid on a game. It was good.
If only he'd known that you
I
were
got-
going to
I
buy
got-
it, whatever happens.
Yeah, I got a free charging port out of it as well.
Oh, nice.
For my control. So, one's charging, one's using.
I wasn't aware that they were available to barter.
They're not, but I got student discount as well.
Oh.
And I got the special edition with season pass for 67 quid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that. Then not barter.
We haven't done a lot of gaming.
We'll
do a bit of that in future.
we'll do a bit of that because then while we got what guys reading section with what's Wayne playing and not with himself.
Yes.
Section. But yeah, so Daisy Ridley, Lara Croft. I don't think they can make good Lara Croft.
Did you like the Angelina Jolie ones?
I like the first one. The second one was just. The first one was really. It was like what they'd done with Mario, but not on a scale of bad.
I'm not fussed on Jolie, so I think that's I've never been.
Younger day Jolie, beautiful. In that film Taking Lives, she is stunning. Then she lost weight.
The things I've really liked her in were, it's probably the last sort of kids film, I suppose. We're not counting comic book because everyone watches comic book films now.
Yeah.
But Maleficent.
Yeah,
but she's good. She's good.
In it.
She was really good.
She
for that
is.
type of film.
I don't mind that film.
And she was in a film called Girl Interrupted.
No, I
Winona
don't.
Ryder.
Oh yeah, I know now. Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah,
she was awesome.
That's quite an old one.
Yeah, and it's not my type of film at all, but she was really good.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
I love Changeling. She's really good in that.
I've heard that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
But I love her in Taking Lives and the older stuff she done. Not the Gone in 60 Seconds stuff like Taking Lives, Bone Collector, stuff like that. I thought she was really good in that. She's really attractive.
Gone in 60 Seconds might be the first thing I noticed her in.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's stunning in it.
Yeah, with the blonde.
Yeah, dreads, like it's beautiful in it.
So I mean, is it just that you don't want to see Daisy Ridley, or do you not want another Tomb Raider?
I don't. Do you know what? I'd like to see Tomb Raider if they do it as a TV series.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a terrible.
The way they do TV series right now, and the way they're pumping money into it, like I would love to see the Belgrade, David Eddings book series, done as a TV series on HBO or Stars or something like that. That'd be beautiful, and Lara Croft would be great as a TV series. And Nathan Drake, I don't want to see that as a film because I don't want to ruin it. Again, it won't work as a TV series though, because TV series really has they've got to be doing something each week. And Nathan, when he's looking for his treasure, he goes a long way around.
Yeah.
With Lara Croft, they could do one treasure, they could do the same, but they can move it along a lot better with a female lead.
Anyone in your head who should play it? Offhand, there's no one out there that
no one stands out. No one stands out to play her as such because, we look at British actresses and that,
Yeah, I mean, she's probably not at the age or the level of fame to do it now, but Scarlett could have done that.
Yeah, exactly. But
Black Widow.
Also, you've got feminist rights and all that stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's all feminism. Damn it! I want Larry Croft.
Larry Croft.
Well, they're changing. Like,
is he like from Grimsby or something?
Well, whatever. meant to be like they're English anyway. So make him Larry Croft because they're changing male characters to female characters, and I'm not bothered by it. So why don't we change female character to a male character? People will moan about that, especially the women.
Yeah.
We let them vote for Christ's sake. What are they moaning about?
We were on about TV, weren't we? So I mentioned about Daredevil. Charlie Cox was talking a little bit about it. They couldn't say too much, but I'm really pleased when they're dropping it because it's just before BVS.
Yeah.
It'll give me something to do for a weekend.
Yeah, and give me something to do for the next 12 months.
Yeah. In terms of TV, have you seen anything significant this week? Have you started The Flash yet?
Yeah, I started The Flash. I'm really enjoying it. I like the way they've brought Barry along, and I like the way they're doing the original story.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too much into it till I finished it.
Okay.
Because I've heard the end is quite emotional.
Oh, right. Well,
and I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
Also, we got Walking Dead. That was a good episode this week. They're building up the site big.
I'm really enjoying since it's been back.
Every episode so far has been good. We've had the first episode back where it's really good. Then we've had the fun episode with Daryl and Rick.
Yeah.
And then now we've got then we had the slightly serious building episode. Now we've got the last episode, which was, they are making plans, and they done, and you see what's his name killed for the first time, an actual human.
Yeah, Glenn.
Glenn killed a bloke for the first. You could see it in his face and his eyes.
Yeah.
How it was like, and you see, and written because they made a point of showing different things. When they're putting the knife in the walkers, it's like in out. With the people, they're like. They have to really push it in.
Because they haven't got squishy head like a lot of the...
No, because once you die, the bone mass apparently,
Yeah, they're saying as well that this virus basically softens it as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you'll never know how hard you have to stab one, and it makes it very difficult in the show then. So,
exactly. And there'd be a lot of cut hands because you'll stab it and you won't hold the hilt hard enough, and then next you're side punching them.
Let me ask you a question. So it's most people are asking the same thing, I think. Are they still the good guys?
They've got a cause.
Yeah.
But like they said, remember in the trailer at Comic-Con back last August, where the lines were blurred.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is where the lines are blurring right now, and
Yeah.
at the end of the season, we're going to finally see Negan, and it's going to seem like Negan's lot is the okay guys.
Yeah.
But that's going to twist season 7. That's just going to change.
So,
As soon as was now Lucille is unleashed on, that's going to change. You know, it's going to be bad and good. But Rick is really he's do you remember that change where he bit the guy in season 4, and he just went, you know, and he's been like that since.
that is one of my favourite scenes.
I
of
love that.
series.
He just goes all nuts and
well, he's got his arms held to his body
Yeah.
by this guy, right? Who's saying, "What are you going to do now, sport?" And his son is
Just about to get raped.
on the floor, about to get raped.
Raped.
You know, think about that. That's on TV.
Oh
okay?
yeah, I know.
And so you need. I mean, if it's me or if it's you, and that's your kid, you're doing whatever the extreme reaction is. You're going to do that. Okay.
It's headbutting, biting.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, there was a click in Rick then, and he's kind of stayed in that click in a way.
Yeah.
He's in his softer moment. He can't ask the questions anymore.
Well, that's the thing. In that episode, it starts with him sat against the car, covered in blood. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we see how that happens. And at the end, the conflict with Rick, it's not really a conflict actually. It's more just a thing of him saying in his brain, "Okay, so this is how it is now." You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's
he goes back and forward, doesn't he? Depending on the things that
but
happen. To
now
him.
now it's with Rick. It's like my own. I will only protect my own no matter what.
Yeah.
And if that means we're getting extra food supplies,
Yeah.
I will do whatever I can to get them food supplies.
Which is understandable, but I think the thing about this is what made it think you just mentioned Glenn killing somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
That is a big.
That's a big step.
It's a big step, and he played it really well, didn't he?
Oh,
he genuinely looked like a guy who was having to kill somebody for the first time.
Yeah, he
How I imagine it, by the way. I've not seen that, okay?
I've not seen it in the flesh, and to be honest, I would never want to see someone...
No, that's how you would imagine it to be.
Yeah, I would never want to see anyone killing anyone.
No.
I'm very much a peace
And nor does
guy.
Glenn, and that's
No.
the thing, is that a guy who clearly doesn't want to do it, but is doing it because he believes, you know, it's the right thing.
This is
Rick
the
has
right
told
thing.
him it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. And right now he really believes, because he's got a child on the way, so he needs to think.
Yeah.
And right at the end of the episode, them 2 girls, with another 2 girls, Negan's nowhere near. Negan's in DC.
Yeah, he seems to be...
They're gonna keep him in DC.
Yeah.
And that's what it's gonna be, and that's how they're gonna get to him. They're gonna get to him in DC.
Did your stomach drop? Sorry, just quickly. When on
2
the
girls
microphone they said Carol and Maggie.
Yeah. And then do you know what I thought? First thing I thought,
Yeah.
they're taking them to Negan,
Yeah.
and Rick and Nat are gonna go after him.
That's going to be the
That's
thrust
going to
of
be
the
it, and
rest
that's
of
the
the
end.
season.
That's the rest of the season, that is. Because you see it, they're in the woods on the radio anyway, and they're going to go through. That's going to be the end of the season.
Well, it would make sense to draw them out too, because, you know, Alexandria, they're holed up and they've got a bit more protection and...
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Yeah, I would like that if that's what they're going to do. I would definitely like that.
Yeah.
But I thought, like, I mean, it was a slasher episode.
It was great. It was really good. It was it was like...
It's really intense. It's so intense.
Yeah, it was. And they're going in like, you know, they're trained for this now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've trained themselves for stuff like this. It's great. It's really good.
On the lighter side, Carol
Makes beats.
has pulled.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she makes Beats cookies. Everyone's on about the Beats right now.
And she left. You see, she left the cookie by Sam's grave.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
Nice little touch.
That was.
And the most brutal breakup of all time. Got to be up there.
Oh yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah. What do you say? I thought you were the only woman left in the world, but you're not.
Yeah.
To Rosita.
Yeah.
Abraham said to Rosita, just to clarify.
Yeah, and well, she can go back to, she can concentrate all her efforts now on Mullet.
Yeah.
You know, because he has got away with words. Proper Southern boy he is.
Is he gonna? I mean, if he hooks up with Sasha now, Sasha and Rosita.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch that fight, Sasha and Rosita.
I want. Do you know what I'd be like? Strip to your underwear. You have one knife each.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I believe that artistically, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, in the mud pit.
In the mud pit.
You know. But
We could have passed it off until you said mud pit.
No. The mud pit would work. It would really work, and it's got to be raining.
Okay.
It's got to be raining.
Just jump in for the hell of it. Oh,
no, she's pregnant.
Character's
She's pregnant. Yeah.
Okay.
And last bit of TV news, in a sense, that's the trailer for not Walking Dead, trailer for Game of Thrones. I am so excited for this.
I'm obviously not up to date, so you can't tell me everything.
No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to. I
saw that it was that, but
all I'm going to say is it's great.
Yeah.
Because you're not that far yet.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
I've seen that everyone has been posting it.
Yeah.
So I know it's coming.
Mrs. posted it for me, and I was like, "It's old news, darling. I've already watched it 10 times, but thank you, babe."
Yeah.
And I liked it for her. Just make sure she feels like she's doing something good.
I'll try and catch up, and I'll try and sync up with the end of this season.
I've got it up to season 4 on DVD.
I think it's on sort of on catch up.
It's season the last. It's all on Sky Go right now.
Okay.
So just get to work, man. Get to work. But that's about it.
On TV. Okay.
And that's about it on TV. Okay. What's Gaz reading?
Is that the first time we've used one of our names?
Yeah, it is actually. We're not saying my name. It's a mystery.
Waz?
No. I don't try to be gangster.
That is a shortening of your name.
That's not. No way is a shortening of my name.
No, because Wayne Rooney is known as Wazza.
Who would call that Ogre Wazza?
I don't know. His teammates? I'm not really sure who came up
Oh,
with
it
that.
is Manchester United, so they're probably... I'm not going to say it.
Tread carefully when near game time. My adrenaline is stepping up automatically.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
okay, anyway.
I'm not going to call them a bunch of arseholes that can't kick football right now.
Well, I said... So I said earlier on, obviously, that I've read the main Captain America thread of Civil War, the 7 episodes.
I haven't read all 98.
That's what I would call them. Not all 98, and I will. I'll go back and I'll go through. So the main thrust of this story, obviously, is that they want, similar to the film in some ways, is that they want superheroes to be registered.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basically employees.
Yeah,
Okay,
basically,
of the
and send them out where they want them.
Absolutely. Now, the first thing that stands out is obviously the difference in the cast, because when it starts... You look at the people who are all talking about this and discussing it, all the superheroes, and there are people that they can't use, people that they won't use.
Yeah.
Daredevil is there. The people we said we'd never mention, but we mentioned them tonight for this, is Fantastic Four.
Yes, they're there.
One of the main things it highlights for me as well is Fantastic Four great. I'm not going to spoil it for you because I know you haven't read it.
Oh, yeah.
But in the books, I mean, Fantastic Four are great. Sue and Reed. There's a thread with them in this as well where they end up on different sides.
Wolverine gets a nice big large thread.
In this thread, Wolverine, the X-Men are in at the beginning, but then they separate because they've got their own Civil War story. So this is mainly the main thrust. Obviously, is Tony versus Cap. That's the main thing, and the people that they've got around them. With this, there's some differences. Spider-Man, one of the big parts of it, as I said earlier, is Spider-Man reveals his identity.
Yes.
Tony convinces him to do it. It's like a big step. The reason it starts is because there's a reality show with these superheroes on.
Yeah, but Spider-Man in the Civil War universe has been around a lot longer than he has now, currently.
Absolutely, yeah. They've changed it a bit for the film, obviously. But it begins with there's a gang of young superheroes who have a reality show where they go and basically mess up
Iron Fist and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they go after a group that's too strong for them, and they don't realise, and one of them gets killed. And the mother, Tony Stark goes to the funeral.
Yeah.
The mother spits at Tony Stark. This basically starts the ball rolling. Yeah, so Tony Stark then comes around to the idea that superheroes should register.
Yeah.
They should be able to be controlled. Cap obviously doesn't believe in it. He thinks it goes against everything they stand for.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and so everyone takes sides. I won't say what all the sides are, but what essentially happens is we end up with Maria Hill is running S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, at this point. Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Much harsher character than she is
in the films.
Okay. And basically, when Cap...
Kobe Smulders,
yeah. When Cap won't agree to it, she has everyone surround him with guns. You know, all these sort of attack bots or whatever they are.
Tony Stark's creation.
Yeah, Cap gives them a chance to call it off. They don't. Cap rips through them. Game on, basically, from there. Okay, what Maria Hill ends up doing is she brings back sort of a zombie clone of Thor. But this Thor doesn't have the moral compass, and this Thor...
And he should be able to pick up Mignon.
And this Thor kills. And it kills a character called Goliath. Okay, which is not one I'm particularly massively into.
No
pun intended by saying massively. But that basically makes people start questioning, is this what you should be doing?
Yeah.
There's even at one stage people enlisted who are villains. Jack-o'-lantern is there, you know. There's a couple that come in. Yeah, so they come into it as well, and it becomes very brutal. Now we saw in the trailer today where Cap and Tony are fighting. We've seen more of that now.
Yeah, it's good.
Very reminiscent of what I just been reading.
It's been a very long time since I've read it. I think I read it. 90s.
Yeah, Doctor Strange conveniently checks out of the story quite early on in the comics.
Yeah, he got me, kill me, biatch.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a bigger role when it comes to Infinity War.
Yeah,
but he won't be in this.
Yeah, so the battle basically escalates and escalates, and it gets to a point where, with the final battle, Cap suddenly realizes that people are scared. That there are people trying to attack him because they're scared. Normal people.
Yeah.
And he suddenly realizes they're not fighting for the people anymore. They're just fighting. So he, submits to being arrested essentially. Then what happens is I read on to an issue of Captain America.
Yeah.
Where, spoilers, what happens in that is Cap ends up being killed by a character that most film fans probably aren't familiar with. Sarah Carter.
Yeah.
Sarah Carter is obviously related to Peggy. I believe she's her niece.
Yeah. I believe it is. And don't she have a brother that's not...
Yeah, that's right. So, Sarah Carter, though, it turns out, is being controlled by the Red Skull.
He's in space right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think if they do kill Cap in the movie, we're going to see it, because Hugo Weaving doesn't want to be Red Skull again, from what I understand. So I don't know if we would see him come back. There won't be another Cap film either, so I don't see where that would go necessarily.
Well, we can always look, see if he wants to be Cap.
Yeah, but also people aren't that familiar with Sarah Carter.
No, definitely not.
So they probably won't bring her in. But Cap is killed, and there's also a book called Civil War. It's The Confession, and the whole comic book is Tony sitting there. You can't see who he's talking to. Just basically giving a speech, recapping the whole thing from his point of view. And it turns out, obviously, that he's talking to Cap, who's dead.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving said it 6 years ago.
Yeah,
that he doesn't want to play Red Skull anymore. But 2 years ago, he says he's open to play whatever they want.
Okay.
He still doesn't want to come back, though.
Okay.
So, do you know what? They don't really need his face.
No.
They just need his voice.
Yeah. That's right.
Ralph Garman does impersonations.
Yeah.
Well, we ask him to see if we can work on a Hugo Weaving impersonation.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clever the way throughout this story, there are people switching sides. We have a great appearance. One of the highlights is the Punisher.
Yeah, well, he's a stone cold killer.
He saves Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
And you see him carrying Spider-Man in, and it's a whole thing of can we trust this guy? We know what he is. Frank Castle is, and that's what we're going to see in Daredevil season 2, which I can't wait for.
I like I said earlier, I've got 2 episodes left of Daredevil season 1. Then I'm going to power my way through Jessica Jones. But the good thing is, the missus is interested in Jessica Jones. She's not interested in Daredevil, so...
It does seem to appeal to girls. My daughter was very up for watching it straight away, particularly when she found out David Tennant was in it as well. That's
why the missus is interested in it. David Tennant is her favourite Doctor.
Yeah. And
she said he's the man. If he knocks on the door, she's running away from him. Well, if he knocks on the door, I'm square punching him in the face first.
Yeah.
I'll ruin him pretty looks.
He'll need a doctor.
He'll need a doctor then, literally.
Yeah, so I mean, some of my other favourite things, the appearance of the Punisher is good. It doesn't end that well for him because some other, because there are bad guys who join Tony's side.
Oh yeah.
There are some bad guys that come to try and join Cap's side, and they come in all reasonable, and the Punisher blows them away. So Cap beats up the Punisher, and the Punisher won't fight him. He says he won't fight him.
No.
Which is a pretty cool thing, and Cap stops. You can see the frame where Cap stops over him, and he's not going to carry on beating him up, and he just says, "Get him out of here." And everyone's like, "That lasted longer than we thought." It's like 10 minutes, like about 5 pages, I think.
It's Cap, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But
Cap is all, truth, justice, the American way.
But even, I mean, the thing with the murder, that makes Sue, change sides and leave Reed. She writes him a note. You see the note. Basically, that she gave him like a great night before she left and that kind of stuff. And so they end up on different sides. He ends up all messed up over it. So I wish that they could make a decent Fantastic Four. I won't talk about them again in future, but but I will read now the rest of the Civil War books where the X-Men are involved and all that kind of stuff.
So we're looking at, say, 6 months down the line. You're gonna have the mic and do 4 hours alone.
I could probably read them in the next fortnight.
So all right, next fortnight, and then reread the Captain books.
Yeah.
And then also buy yourself a notebook.
Yeah.
And just put all your notes in it while you're reading it. Ooh, that's a good thing to mention.
I'm not good with notes.
No, I know, but I think that's the only way you're gonna encapsulate 98 books.
Yeah, you could be right there.
Well, I'm starting the New 52 Batman run. I've done the first 2 books.
I'm hearing good things about it.
The Court of Owls books were awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself the next books 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do 2 books at a time.
We mentioned earlier, did we? We're getting an animated
Killing Joke.
Killing Joke, R-rated possibly.
R-rated Killing Joke with Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Luke Hamill. That's a slip.
Yeah, that's a slip. Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing them two play Batman and Joker again.
Yeah, I mean Kevin Conroy's Batman on most of the games, so it's
yeah. The only one he didn't do was Origins.
Yeah,
at the Arkham games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love Kevin Conroy. So
yeah.
So that's it. I mean, the Civil War, that stretch of 7 is fantastic.
Well, I've got book 1 of that stretch 7.
Oh, great!
And I remember. Have I got?
I'll really nudge my daughter to lend you Secret Wars so I can talk about that as well.
Yeah, I really want to read that.
Yeah, but I mean, and Fantastic Four's contribution in Secret Wars, Black Panthers as well, is superb.
Also, we got Convergence I need to read.
Yeah, Convergence. Yeah. Did I lend you that?
You haven't lent me yet. No, I want to read what I can in New 52 yet.
Okay.
Because we got Superman's New 52 on read, and then I want to read Green Lantern's 52 and Wonder Woman's 52. I've found them all, and I've saved them all on my mobile device.
Mobile device.
And I will be reading them. So that's what Gaz is reading this week.
Yes, and so as I said, I've already said it. So next week I'll do Death of Wolverine as well because I've read all of that too. So
I love them books.
What are we going to now?
We are going to now wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling.
So you liked Raw this week?
I liked Raw this week. Well, not all of it, but I did like Sami Zayn's back.
That was good.
That was good.
So we know what Owens is doing for WrestleMania now.
Yeah, I've been watching him on NXT anyway recently, and he's got Samoa Joe and all that, which is good.
Yeah.
So we know, but we don't know what Kevin Owens is doing because he's got to lose the title because the Intercontinental title has been put up in a ladder match again, isn't it?
Does it Zayn be in that? No.
Oh, of course he can. I'd rather Zayn. The participants I want, they're obviously going to shove Ziggler in there. Obviously, the champion, which is Owens, is in there. Neville's going to be in there because it's a ladder and he can jump off stuff.
He looks phenomenal.
He is brilliant, though.
It was a really good match with Owens.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they're obviously, well, I would have said Ambrose would be in there, but Ambrose ain't going to be in there this year, which is great. He's not going to be one of the jobbers in there.
What is going to happen to Ambrose? He's Lesnar, isn't he?
He's Lesnar. Well, we'll see.
Once he's done with Triple H.
Once Triple H is, once he's been fed to Triple H.
Yeah. Did we see any other outcome from that? Then he loses and.
Well, I reckon that. Do you know what? With the ending in Bray Wyatt and that.
Yeah. That was a cool moment.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Confusing, but cool.
That, to me, that's not confusing. He needs something like that. Bray does.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
He hasn't had the title
it
yet.
was a very cool moment. Yeah.
It was a cool moment. Do you know what?
If anyone didn't watch, he just basically they'd beaten up Ambrose the Wyatts.
Yeah.
Triple H came in the ring, and before they left, Bray Wyatt and Triple H stood face to face, and he had the belt on his shoulder, and Bray Wyatt stroked the belt,
Yeah.
and then they left slowly.
And
looking
he
at
was
Triple H.
laughing.
Yeah.
You know, and that to me is. I like Roman. I always have liked Roman. He's got the look. He's got the 5 power moves, just like Cena.
Yeah.
That's the formula nowadays, isn't it? Apparently, you know. But we need someone else to be in the title front, and in Bray.
Yeah.
We need Bray to be.
Isn't something badly wrong if you're leading up to WrestleMania, and you keep in one half of the main event off TV? Because you don't want him to be booed in towns he's going to get booed in.
Basically a shattered nose.
Yeah, convenient.
Convenient, yeah.
So now they give Ambrose, try and make Triple H more hated, I assume?
That's the only reason why, but...
And now Reigns saves Ambrose from Triple H, is that the deal?
Well, yeah, and we got Roadblock, which ain't a pay-per-view, but it's...
Even Triple H said on Raw this, he basically saying it was rubbish.
Yeah, it's like Roadblock. And then we're gonna have Dead End.
Yeah, I did like it when they closed the show with Ambrose hitting with Dirty Deeds, but that's just to give
the pop at the end.
Give the pop and get him up and make it look like he's a threat before Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Which is it Saturday?
Saturday Roadblock, yeah.
Oh, it's on the network. I'll be watching it Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm doing some filing this weekend.
There's no UFC. I may watch it.
I'm going to watch it, obviously.
Yeah.
I've watched Raw. I'm going to keep abreast on this. I'm starting to watch SmackDown because of the commentator.
Yeah, Mauro.
Yeah,
I've watched
really
for a couple
good.
of weeks. I should. Yeah, so it wasn't a bad episode.
No.
The internet also broke, apparently, because Shane threw punches and people don't like Shane's punches.
They look real.
I think they don't look like wrestling punches, but wrestling punches don't look real. So
No, but they look legitimate punches, like when he had that guy thing and he's punching him in... And I'm just like, but that's how he used to fight anyway.
Yeah.
So that's how he's going to do it now. And I thought that whole bit where, to me, because what made him the Attitude Era, the only good thing about the Attitude Era was the Stone Cold and the Rock stuff and G-Generation X. The other stuff is still drivel.
Yeah. Oh, and Mick.
And Mick and Undertaker.
And the Godfather.
I don't know about the Godfather.
I love the Godfather.
The whole train. I preferred when he joined the IRA.
Yeah.
Or whatever they were.
The RTC.
That's it.
Not the IRA. That would be terrible.
Well, no, yeah, true. But you know what I mean.
It was lucky. Can you imagine if Sheamus had come along in the Attitude Era? They'd have had him in the IRA straight away. Anyone Irish? What's the most controversial thing we can do? Oh, they're the IRA. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've done like an ultra realism thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking with this now, they've done another ultra realism thing with the Vince stepping on the fourth door and everything. I thought that was cool.
Over the top. Cool.
Over the top, cool. Yeah, ultra.
Very Vince.
It was ultra realism, like it was really good. I liked the way he came in, and when I was watching, I was like, well, Undertaker's not meant to be on this. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That was disappointing, but it turned out to be a really good segment.
And apparently next week, Taker's there, Shane is there,
Yeah.
and Brock is there.
Brock is there, but also, there is rumours on the internet that because gonna bring Goldberg, Shane's gonna bring Goldberg.
What, Ryback?
No, Goldberg.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Goldberg to WrestleMania. Cause,
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. How's
That
that
would
tie
be-
in though?
I don't know.
Or are they just not going to tie it in? It's just going to be, look who I got.
Yeah, he's going to be like, well, this is who I brought,
Yeah.
and he's going to fight my fight for me. And I liked everything they got Shane saying. What Shane said, not what they got him to say. What he said, it's gone downhill recently, and they do need someone like this to pick it back up.
Did you hear the dig at Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
When he said people in the main event who don't deserve
To be in the main event, yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's talking about Triple H, is he?
No, he's talking about Reigns.
That was near the edge.
Yeah, I like that though. I like stuff like that.
It's good because Shane can get away with that with the type of thing he's playing.
Yeah.
He's coming in as a guy saying, look at the state on this company. So
Yeah,
that's one for the smart marks, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's why we got it.
Another thing, it was too soon. This is why I meant like WB, pulling that trigger way too quickly.
Yeah.
Why to AJ?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Why to AJ?
Yeah. I had it spoiled for me beforehand.
I knew it was coming. I stayed away from it, luckily.
But I pretty much assumed that was going to happen.
It was going to happen, but they done it too soon.
I thought maybe they'd do it at Roadblock.
Yeah, same here. I thought
maybe even a Mania. Have a big deal of a Mania, and then
No.
they have a match in the summer or something.
I wanted a match. See, if they're going to do a match, do a big one at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want them to put AJ Styles in that ladder match.
No. Well, who do you think the Usos? Sorry, New Day. Sorry, will get the Usos or.
I want them to. I want them to have a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Or have a 4-way.
Okay.
A 4-way with we have the Dudleys in their new heel way.
Okay.
And they're having a bit of a spat with the Usos.
Yeah.
So have the Usos in it, and then you've got the New Day, and because you got the two Wyatt boys ain't the two Wyatt boys ain't doing
I'll
much.
give them something to do.
Yeah, Harper and Rowan.
So that'll probably end up being like a filler sort of match, I suppose. Won't it?
Yeah, but it'd be good for the title, like, and and it's an elimination tag match.
Yeah.
I think that would work out well. So, and it'd also disadvantage a New Day there because they're 3 men.
Yeah.
But they can only have 2 in the ring at a time.
Yeah.
So, New Day get eliminated. I want to at WrestleMania because they didn't give Dudley's the title in their little run with the New Day.
Yeah.
Through like 3 pay-per-views. Give them the title at WrestleMania, the last shot, like last pop. So they never actually won it at WrestleMania.
No, and the thing
Edge
about
and
that
Christian
is
always did.
They're heels now, though, and if they win the title, they'll get a huge pop, won't they?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Or they don't win the titles.
Yeah.
Give it to the Wyatts.
Give it to the Wyatts, the tag title.
The title to the Wyatts. Put Braun Strowman in the ladder match.
Okay.
He wins that.
God, the thought of him taking a bump off a ladder is.
He's not going to take a bump off the ladder.
Scary.
He's just going to go up the ladder and take the titles.
Okay.
Take the title, and then you have Bray in the triple threat and win the big one.
Or win the title.
Yeah, and do you know what Bray has been bouncing on about since bloody Survivor Series?
Yeah.
And the Bringer of Apocalypse, where he's got all the titles.
Yeah.
The only thing you won't have is the new Cruiserweight, which is coming in the summer. And
Are they doing Cruiserweight again?
have you heard?
No.
They're doing a big open competition to any free agents in the world and that.
Whoa.
To do to get a big tournament for Cruiserweight.
Wow.
And it's going to be on the network.
Oh, okay. No, I hadn't.
Triple
seen
H's idea, apparently.
Well, he has some good ideas.
He does. I rate Triple H quite high.
Yeah, for a tyrant who's running the company.
Yeah, apparently. They're giving him too much credit.
No, it's cool. He's doing things which people have said you should do for years. Something like NXT, which is like quite an old school presentation.
It's really good.
It's great.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all Triple. Well, it's not all Triple H.
Yeah.
It's Triple H and the man, the working man, like.
Yeah. What do you think of the women being in a triple threat now?
I like that idea.
It's
We don't get women triple threat matches.
Becky,
really.
Sasha, and
and Charlotte. That'd be good. Obviously we're gonna have Rick do his woo and all that, and that'd be great. Who wins? I think Becky Lynch. Becky will win that.
Do you think they'll give her the title?
Yeah.
Like a thank you for all your hard work.
All the losses you've taken.
Doesn't Sasha need to win it though?
Sasha Banks really does.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Sasha Banks win it, but they're building as the bad guy, a bad girl. The bad girl shouldn't win it.
I could see a scenario where Sasha pins Becky so Charlotte doesn't get pinned and she loses the belt. And then they have Sasha and Charlotte.
Yeah. But they've got to do an Iron Man match.
Yeah.
They've got to start putting women in men type matches.
Well, we saw Sasha
We've seen it on NXT.
Yeah, if she can do it with Bayley, she can do it with Charlotte.
Bailey's gimmick ain't gonna work in WWE.
I know you say this.
We
Yeah.
talked about it. I think Bailey's great, but it's the gimmick that ain't gonna work.
I totally understand why you say it, and you may be
Yeah.
right. Whether it's just me, I just think there's something about that girl that makes you want to watch her.
Oh,
so I
she's
think she'll,
fantastic.
one
in the
way or
ring.
another, she'll get there.
She'll get there, but she'll have to change.
Maybe she'll have to. Maybe that's a heel turn, possibly. You know,
Maybe.
it's like when they bring in people as like ultra all American people, they end up being healed, don't they? Because nobody wants that.
Like Jack Swagger. Didn't take him long to be heel.
Kurt Angle,
Kurt Angle didn't take him long to be heel.
they brought him in, and as far as you can tell, I mean that was pretty much intentional. He can't have been doing that by accident.
Had Kurt Angle fought Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Not at WrestleMania, but they've had.
No, at WrestleMania. He hasn't, has he?
No.
It's an idea.
It's an idea if they ever
Because
accept
Kurt
Kurt back
Angle,
again.
well, Kurt is free agent.
If you can't clear Daniel Bryan to wrestle, do Kurt Angle through their medical testing and all that?
Yeah, he'll pass him now though because he's had all the surgeries and
I hope so. I'd love to see it.
he's pretty good now. And Shane could bring Kurt in to face the Undertaker.
Ooh.
They didn't say Shane had to fight the Undertaker.
No.
Saying he's going to be in the ring, but didn't say he had to.
Hell in a Cell, he can have whoever he wants.
Yeah, it's a non-disqualification.
Yeah, and the closer we get, Shawn Michaels is going to be involved in WrestleMania at some point because he's there
He's there,
and he's
yeah.
not talking about why.
And yeah, he has said he'll be there.
Yeah.
He's not wrestling, obviously. He
No.
doesn't want to wrestle anymore. Stone Cold's there.
Yeah.
And Stone Cold ain't wrestling,
Rock's up.
apparently. The Rock is there.
Yeah.
He's like hosting it. Last time he hosted it, he gave himself a fucking title shot.
Set up
Set up Cena.
the match that I've never seen that I always wanted to. My number one and number two guy. Michaels and The Rock. Just give me that and I'll die a happy man.
That'd be a nice segment, actually.
Set it up for next year.
No, they won't do it.
Yeah, I mean, if they were going to do it, they need time. They couldn't just do it like at a month's, less than a month's notice.
No, Sean will need time.
Yeah,
The
he'd need
Rock
time.
is always in shape.
Yeah,
Rock would just need to get into wrestling shape.
yeah, that's the difference. Because when he came back against Cena, he did look a little bit tired. You know, it was a great match.
The
but it was-
first match
Yeah.
was a really good match, and he looked like he was in wrestling shape.
Yeah, remember when he did the Survivor Series matches before with
Yeah.
Cena?
He was
blew up.
buffed out there. He blew up quite
He blew
early
up.
there.
Yeah,
But the first match, I think that's one of my favourite matches with The Rock.
yeah.
Is the first match. The second match where he blew his ass. Literally, he tore,
Yeah, he
he
did.
tore a tendon in his ass.
He's meant to have Lesnar, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it never happened because of that.
No. Yeah. I don't need to see Rock v Lesnar. I can't see how that'll work.
No, I'm curious to see what
Le-
they all do at Mania, but I don't know what it is. I got no idea.
Yeah. Mania's coming along, and last few weeks been really excited. This week we're like, looking
Yeah.
forward to it now, but there's too much they gotta do.
Yeah, because we have another show that we're supposed to be that they're promoting on there at the moment. They're talking
Yeah.
about Roadblock all the time on Raw.
They shouldn't. They should be talking about WrestleMania all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing But you listen to SmackDown.
Yeah.
They're on about WrestleMania all the time.
Yeah.
See, the way they're filming Raw,
Hmm.
and the way they're talking about it, it's like two different shows. They fit all the Shane stuff and all like Y2AJ and everything.
Yeah.
They are making sure, and all the Triple H stuff and the Bray Wyatt stuff and all that. Big WrestleMania side is in the picture. Have you noticed that? They're
Yeah.
really trying to get it in. Yeah? But the commentators talking about Roadblock. Especially during the Ambrose stuff.
Yeah.
But this picture.
Should we have a brand split again?
Oh yeah, they were talking about that. Can't see how it works unless they split the titles again.
Yeah, and it gets
And-
messy.
It gets messy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I liked? Remember when they first did the split and they did the draft?
Yeah.
The champion could be on both shows, so you could have two feuds at once on either show.
Yeah, I think that would be good, but then it got messy last time and all, remember?
It did because what happened was Brock left for SmackDown exclusively with the
Yeah.
title, so then they gave Triple H a title and just started another title.
They started, they gave him Flair's title.
Yeah, Bischoff gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And which was, at the time it worked because Bischoff had that title, that belt on
Yeah.
WCW.
But they had enough stars for two shows then. They haven't got enough stars for two shows now, have they?
No, they haven't got enough built up people.
No. That's what I mean, yeah.
You know, SmackDown used to be the show where the newbies are.
Yeah.
And then Heyman turned it into the best show.
Yeah, that was the golden age of SmackDown.
Yeah,
That was
great. But Vince, as always, is concentrating on Raw.
Yeah.
You know, and you can tell that with commentating.
Raw should be 2 hours long.
It should be. It's too
Everybody
long.
says that, except
Even Triple H has said it too long.
Even now, the last hour, it's almost like it's not even like you build into a main event. The last
No,
hour.
no, you're not. Like 2 hour show.
Yeah.
It's not squeezed.
No.
I watch it at hour and 35 minutes.
I watched that version this week.
Yeah, I watched that version.
Yeah.
Hour 35 minutes. It's great.
Yeah.
Alright, I am missing the female match, the women's matches. I am a bit gutted about some of that.
And I missed. Well, not always now. It was on this week.
No, it was on this week, but most of the time it's like.
And the Y2AJ match
Yeah.
actually was a decent match.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they pulled the gun too quick there. But they're gonna have their match at WrestleMania.
Jericho's going to talk about it on SmackDown apparently, so
Yeah,
that might actually be decent. Jericho's capable of. He's a better. I like him better as a bad guy.
He
is.
He is. It's who he's played most whenever he's come back.
Clearly
Really.
enjoys doing that more.
Yeah,
as well.
and he's good at it. I know.
Yeah.
You know, and his insults are pretty good. They're not rock good, but they're up there.
Do you know what the Jericho I liked when he was a heel was the when he had a suit on.
Oh yeah.
The feud with Shawn Michaels in 2008.
Yeah, and he always wore the sunglasses.
Fantastic. And he accidentally punched his wife in the face, bust her lip. Oh, yeah. That was awesome stuff.
That was good stuff then. But yeah, I think we're wrapping up now today.
Yeah, I think that's it now.
Yeah,
Covered everything.
we've done good. That's podcast number 6, and they will all be on soon, very soon, because you know Kevin Smith needs to get his material from somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I'm only joking. I love the guy.
Okay. See you next week.
See you next week. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.